and saw that we got Blitz on screen. This man lost in pools. He's made quite a run to get here.
Well, I guess we're going to see it. What the heck? They're good to start. We are getting right back into it. Thank you all for tuning in. It is Pokemon Stadium, to no one's surprise. Just Blue on the Steve and BlitzLuigy from Connecticut on the Mega Man. Gerd, what do you got on this one?
I don't think these players have played each other too often, especially in offline brackets. Obviously, Massachusetts known player in Just Blue doesn't really get to cross paths with Connecticut players all too often unless they travel out. And this is a very uncommon match of Steve and Mega Man.
And not only are these, these two regions not travel a lot. These two players especially do not travel a lot. Just Blue still 17, can't really go to majors. Blitz very busy with work all the time, can't really travel very much at all yet. They are both here. I don't know that they've played before, at least in a hot minute, but it's yet Blitz with his very, very movement-based defensive playstyle of Mega Man that has been finding in these conversions, has been finding just the little bit extra ticks chip needed to take the stock, and has been implementing that same smothering pressure using Leaf Blade and pellets that we saw Light do using his body.
Right. Really good stuff. Blitz, I always enjoy watching because I feel like there's so many new little things from game to game and match to match. Already we're seeing some really good pressure there. Can't hold shield for too long, and the Leaf Shield hasn't really been finding the mark, but is still some pretty good mid-range pressure. And
I think that's what he wants it for, right? It's not about finding the hits with that Leaf Shield. It's just about keeping Steve in positions where he's uncomfortable and can't build those resources up for the future. Because now you're in a situation like that. Steve can't anvil you, he can't minecart you because he doesn't have it. Now he has to switch to stone and just mine there, take a hit to even get 1 iron, 2 iron now, and Blitz can just sit back, act right, force out a minecart here, try and find the punish, but a well-timed jump from Just Blue going to take some of that pressure off immediately.
Look how much extra credit BlitzLuigy has been able to gets the up tilt and just barely getting the KO, and now Just Blue is able to get the retaliation, and Lise is now trying to even this up. The Steve is looking a little rusty right now against this Mega Man.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. I mean, Blitz especially so good at that mid-range pressure. We talked about the pellets, the Leaf Shield. Even the Metal Blade has kind of been the star of the show a bit as well. And hard to kind of deal with that pressure. Right now, though, the close range scraps are looking a little bit better for Just Blue.
And Just Blue as a player, normally builds a little bit more than we've seen him do this tournament, which is absolutely crucial against a character like Mega Man. So many consistently active projectile hurt boxes come out from this character that you want to build those single double high walls, those straight blocks to just disrupt the pressure he puts on you, give yourself some room to breathe. Just Blue hasn't been doing that so far, and so Blitz has kind of got to roam on him scot-free, but now with Diamond online, it doesn't even matter because he's still almost at taking this game regardless.
And Diamond changes the matchup considerably. Now you have that amazing damage pressure at low percents. You have the combos. Now you have the kill power that's reaching up 96% already online. Trying to find that one option. Back air is not going to do it just yet. Mega Man just trying to find a way out of this pressure. Both players reset. Just Blue just competent going for mining.
Yeah, you kind of have to get something besides a bar of stone. Like, it does help with the walls here. They're a little too high health for Mega Man to really interact with, but you kind of want a little bit of iron for stuff like this, or anvil as well, which has been pretty effective.
And now 5 iron, right? The rest stone. This is where it gets so scary because you don't have the tools to easily, as you mentioned, fight through these walls, but you now have the iron to back it up with an onslaught of kill hitboxes is following. And when you do, when you find those, you have to contest with Diamond in the CQC range. They get one hit, they get a reset all again. You have to play it perfectly, and unfortunately the sour spot up tilt is going to barely allow Just Blue to hold on here.
Whoa, crazy shield pressure there from Blitz, almost finding the mark, but not quite. Good defensive option from Just Blue. Kind of on the back foot despite the percent deficit, but all of this mining time is good for Just Blue anyway, so it's kind of on Blitz to try and make something happen here. There was a diamond pickaxe though. Interesting interaction.
Yeah, getting the double tech there on wall and on ceiling to keep on surviving. Now Just Blue trying to find a way to steal the game after getting ping-ponged along there off his walls of his own creation. And this is where we're finally seeing those creative walls, right? We're so used to seeing from Just Blue come out, take some of this pressure off of him, take away these pellets from Blitz and prevent him from getting in on his own terms.
And this is a fresh diamond that Just Blue was able to unleash. The back air catches the Metal Blade at the perfect timing while also getting the sweet spot hit, is going to get that KO, and now Just Blue is going to be moving up one game in this set.
And that's the definition of incremental advantage, right? Just Blue was down, but he slowed the game to a standstill enough where, honestly, AG, this is kind of like a Magic player playing Jund, right? They're behind, they slow the game down to the point that none of you have any resources left and you're just top decking, but Just Blue's top decks are just better than yours, right? He's got Iron, he's got Diamond, he's got all these walls to build, and yet Blitz is still just jumping around with pellets. You need to find ways to close these games fast because you let those last stocks drag out, and all of a sudden Steve just becomes a terrifying monster.
I want to know how many people actually understood that reference in chat, because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
We got Mook. Shouts to Mook.
Mook.
Realist out.
Hey.
But yeah, it is pretty interesting. I mean, BlitzLuigy was just such a fan of scrapping until the diamond came out, and then all of a sudden it changed so drastically. So we'll see how it goes here. Okay, the throws have also been pretty interesting too. Like a couple of the grabs have been very important to attack on some of the damage for Just Blue.
I like that play from Blitz, finding the way in there, not just to break the wall, but also pick up the Metal Blade. However, getting trapped on platform just a little bit, and Just Blue recognizing it, able to capitalize, now coming right back with a vengeance too, some additional damage, and trying to find an NIL, but the slight miss in timing going to give Blitz another opportunity.
Okay, throw is pretty big here. Let's see if Just Blue can make it back. Does get the shield up in time for the back air, but Blitz keeping that pressure up. That was so good in the last game, that sort of constant pressure or these big follow-ups, trying to keep it up here in game 2, but it's so hard to find the openings now with the deficit.
And right now, Just Blue and BlitzLuigy are just trading against each other. They're taking tit-for-tat damage, but it's obviously working in Just Blue's favor because he has that additional stock up. He does have the gold in the back, just in case he does lose a stock, or if he wants to let it rip right now to try to have that extra kill power to make it a 3-1 lead.
And this is just Blitz's own predisposition here, right? To try and play defensively, relative, especially to other Mega Man players, that is kind of coming back to bite him. It's that defense against Steve, where even though you're catching these roll beats, finding these up smashes, you're doing so much work to find a stock because you're just doing chip damage that Just Blue gets all the resources he wants every single stock.
Such a good way to put it. Right now, pretty low on the resources though, and still being pretty aggressive. This could be Blitz's time to shine. The anvil does kind of break it up a little bit, but if you can keep this pressure up while the resources are low, that could be very important. Right there we see an iron block, which is not something you want to see as the Steve player, and Blitz knows.
And look how aggressively BlitzLuigy's been playing this entire stock. Just Blue has had no opportunity to get any mining, no materials have been on play, and Just Blue is ending up going to be losing that stock because of the up air.
Yes, sir, that you cannot air dodge. You cannot jump when you're in that tornado. And it does not matter how many times we remind folks, they will still let it be them anyways. That time, though, getting caught between a cradle, basically. That was a baby put to bed right there.
A rock and a hard place. Literally, though. Nowhere to go. Even got like 2 little extra mines in and then did the up smash.
They call it Mr. Rock Festival.
Oh, no. I don't think they do. I'll ask Just Blue after this, but...
I'm talking about Mega Man.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, they do. Okay, you're right. Still some good pressure with the Leaf Shield, some good damage as well. And again, we're seeing that same situation with low resource bar. Not a lot of stuff to work with here. We see some iron and the diamond, which can be very important here. All of a sudden, big change of pace. BlitzLuigy stuck off stage, and what a swing!
Yeah, that NIL 1-up smash. Right, being able to find just with no end lag, reset, and immediately throw out that aerial smash attack as needed to find the stock. Ock now looking for a back air. Just Blue having the opportunity to rack up the resources to boot, but that Crash Bomber finding it smart, going to allow Blitz at least get his feet on stage. He's not out of the corner yet, able to find his way to platform, give himself one more chance at this one. He can win this game, but he's looking for that Metal Blade combo. He doesn't have much else.
BlitzLuigy has had 2 leases on life between 2 different kill options. Just Blue has been trying to find that one option. 124% on BlitzLuigy. He is trying to survive on thin margins. He has to be the aggressor right here. He has to find the way to get a kill. 79% only on Just Blue, so not in a big kill range yet. Just Blue just competent sitting under this platform and going to set up those walls to try to get some more resources.
And if I'm Just Blue, I just hold that exact position and I just build a wall all around me every way I can and just dare you to come in and kill me. I have the diamond, I have the iron advantage, right? All my buttons make you explode and there's nothing you can do about it. Plus, I can set up my own defenses to survive. He's playing this exactly right. He's just not letting Blitz interact, and now Blitz forced to find ways in, but earlier in the game when he wanted to be, he wasn't, and now when he wants to be playing the defensive game he was playing earlier, he's getting forced to go in. And right, Blitz is having two good halves of his game plan, but he's implementing them backwards.
Yeah, honestly though, Just Blue hasn't really been able to do much despite all of that pressure that he's kind of putting on Blitz. Even right now, I wasn't sure who was going to win that exchange, but...
Oh, I mean, there was no kill spark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like blown away. It just didn't zoom in.
Listen.
Good stuff.
Chat here pulling very hard. We can see, folks, for BlitzLuigy CT showing up strong here in the ongoing... Right, this is a New England tournament, but let's not forget, there has been, and there probably will always continue to be, some level of a CT versus Master rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
For who's the best state in the region. These two players, after, right outside, right in that top echelon of players. Blitz current number 2 behind Laying Light, not eligible due to activity, right? So, and Just Blue, not that far off from that position on the Massachusetts PR in his own term. This is the perennial kind of challenge match to the question, the first one we've had in a long time, of which of these states is actually stronger.
It doesn't matter. I think it's more person to person, and right now this is pretty much down to the wire. And the matchup is so interesting too because when I first saw that first game, it looked like BlitzLuigy was comfortable, had the right ideas, playing at a really good range. But then Just Blue just kind of ran away with it. Some really good adaptations. Really changed my mind going into game 2, and even now game 3. It looks a little bit more like game 1.
Sometimes you just miss a tech.
I mean,
that was the reverse.
I'm saying, yeah, it's karmic justice, if anything.
Yeah. Like, Just Blue, if you dish out your own, right, if you dish out the sauce, you got to know how to beat it. And Just Blue just didn't have it on lock. And now trying desperately to close this one out of his own before Blitz can find a way in to find this mid-range pressure. That being said, when Mega Man lets Steve just kind of go at it for a minute like he does, that's gold online. That's 4 iron.
Right.
Thankfully, avoiding the diamond for now. But at low percent, already with the gold, you know that diamond is coming soon.
Just Blue is swinging to the fences. He's trying to go for all these aerial attacks, but BlitzLuigy's been finding so many openings to just rack up little bit amounts of damage, is ending up going to be losing that stock because of the minecart on the ground. But now we have the diamond fresh from the inventory. This matchup has now shifted, but right now BlitzLuigy is not letting up any pressure.
Not at all, and 82% means that if Blitz finds one opening, that diamond could get away before doing very much at all. Just Blue taking a risk, right, finding this diamond here, betting on the upside and betting on himself, betting on his own ability to snowball. And so far, it's working out for him, right? This is almost 70% unanswered here, and already looking for the F smash to potentially close the stock.
Yeah, looking for some big swings right now. Even just putting that vertical pressure on with the up airs as well. It's going to be Blitz with the down air. Some really good pressure here, and now we're kind of stuck at that spot, a little low in the resources, and Blitz is putting the pressure on. That's exactly what we want to see. Oh, okay. Back to the wall.
Blitz there utilizing that to avoid, feint out potentially be that air dot or the Z drop there and find the metal blade pressure mix ups to just give himself that extra inch he needs. Now with the crash bomber, he's forced you to ledge, he's forced you to corner, can potentially close out the stock here off a back throw DI mix up, not gonna opt for the forward throw for positioning.
Whoa, crazy movement gets the up tilt to kind of get BlitzLuigy off. Little bit of room to breathe, but that forward air is going to do it. Only 3 iron and 1 rock. And
the flip side of that was, okay, if Just Blue takes that stock first, he probably has another diamond on deck for next up, plus full resources, right? That Blitz finding that first stock there was as instrumental as a single stock can possibly be in a game. Yet, it matters not, because at the end of the day, Just Blue still forces the way to even, but at least Blitz can limit the resources a little bit.
I have to imagine that this matchup right now I'd say is a little bit more in BlitzLuigy's favor. No materials. He does have the gold in the inventory, but he doesn't have it activated right now. So Just Blue's kind of working with very little resources in general. He has to find those ways to just get the mine. Maybe you can get some redstone for a TNT. Maybe you can, oh, just as I say that, you can try to find a diamond later on, but right now you're a little bit behind.
Right. Yeah, and there's that diamond gird, right? As if on cue, Just Blue now going to be looking for an opportunity to open you up and use it. Now the iron gone, so that gold can't fuel a power minecart, but with 2 more in the tank, it is online once again. Just Blue looking to use it just there, carry you off. There's nowhere to go. The diamond spike gonna line it up, and Just Blue going to, unfortunately for the fans at home, eliminate BlitzLuigy from bracket.